Technology is best when it brings people together. The strength of each member in the team, participating in an event with your friends makes it more enjoyable to chat about it later. The struggles you endure as a team today will be the good old days tomorrow. Great events are successful owing to great teams. Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Adarsh Nair, lead of the Hackathon Club, REVA University, and accompanying me today will be Sanjana Shivkumar, co-lead of the Hackathon Club, and on behalf of everyone enrolled in the team, I welcome you all to the inaugural function of REVA Hack 21. We are really happy to have you all here.
Today, we are accompanied by Dr. Gopal Pingali, Managing Director, Global Cloud Platforms, Accenture, Dr. M. Dhananjaya, Vice Chancellor, REVA University, Dr. Sanjay Chitnis, Dean, CSE and CNIT, Dr. Ashwin Kumar, Deputy Director, CSE, Professor Kiran M. and Professor Satish GC. Now, I request Dr. Sanjay Chitnis, Dean of Computer Science Engineering and CNIT, to address the gathering present and introduce our chief guest for the day.
Okay, so good morning all. Welcome again to Dr. Gopal Pingali, Dhananjaya sir, our esteemed Vice Chancellor, and organizing team, faculty as well as students, and our faculty and the participants. Right? It's my honor to introduce Dr. Gopal Pingali. So Dr. Gopal is an internationally known technology, innovation and transformation executive with extensive experience in driving digital transformation across multiple industries, leveraging cloud, AI, and automation technologies. Gopal is currently Managing Director for Hybrid Cloud at Accenture. Earlier, he founded CYAG with the vision of making everyone a social entrepreneur and creating a vibrant global community for sustainable development. Incidentally, this YAG stands for Yajna, and CYAG basically partners with NGOs who give social projects, and student teams, faculty, or even working professionals, contribute to those projects. So that's what CYAG does. So that's his social contribution. He continues to be an active advocate of social entrepreneurship and spirit of volunteering. Gopal pioneered innovation in many areas, including cloud, AI, Internet of Things, real-time video tracking systems, autonomous vehicles, and nanotechnology. He has over 60 patents. Gopal, and these are all international patents where IBM and other companies, they have developed products. Gopal has worked across the US and India and built several global organizations with an entrepreneurial spirit. His previous roles include Vice President at IBM for Cloud Transformation and Global Technology Services Labs, that is GTS Labs, Research Director at IBM TJ Watson Center, and Research Leader at AT&T Bell Labs. He obtained his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from the University of Michigan. So this is very, very short brief for him. I know he does a lot more things. And first of all, he's very committed to academics and supporting students, faculty, etc. So with this brief introduction, I will hand over to the MCs.
Thank you, sir, for your presence in today's inauguration event and for introducing our chief guest for the day. REVA Hack was founded in the year 2020, and since then, we have progressed exponentially and received national notoriety. This year, we have over 20 sponsors, 2,000 plus student registrations, and up to 32 lakh rupees in prizes to be won. This would not have been possible without the REVA Hack team, our very backbone. It was a privilege to lead our team of 30 in creating an outstanding foundation for REVA Hack 2021. Now, we have Nilan N., HRC core from the REVA Hackathon team, to further elaborate on his journey. Over to you, Nilan.
Thank you, Sanjana. Good morning all. To begin with, REVA Hack 2021 is not a hackathon which was introduced this year. This is a legacy which we have been moving forward for the past 5 years. To begin with, this was a very small hackathon which was initiated by the School of CSE, and it used to be generally an offline hackathon. But last year, given the COVID pandemic and other complications, we had taken it up online. And ever since last year, our hackathon has been gaining nothing but fame and a lot of students have been registering for the same. And last year, when we had taken the hackathon online, we had a lot of sponsors pour in and were supportive for the same. We had around 10 plus sponsors last year with almost 10 lakh worth of prizes. To take this above for another step, we took this as a challenge and also wanted to bring in more goodies and benefits for the students who are participating for the same. Like Sanjana said, we have lots and lots of sponsors this year. To be precise, we have almost 50 lakhs worth of goodies which are finalized as of today morning. To begin with, let me just give you a brief of the prizes which the winners would be getting. To begin with, the first place students would be getting almost around 30,000 in cash, lifetime packages of team prizes from different accounts like Clerky, Taskade, Hackathon.io, StickerU, Azure XP, and we'll be getting lifetime variable certificates. We'll also be getting paid intern opportunities, and we'll get complimentary handwriting analysis, free hosting on CyberAnsy, and then promo code, and then a lot and lot and lot. And the same applies for the second and third place. And what about the participants? This year, we made sure that nobody goes empty-handed. Every participant, everybody here attending this meeting is eligible for claiming lots and lots of other prizes which are given exclusively, primarily only for this hackathon. Every valid submission through different tracks will receive exclusive swag kits. And we also have 10,000 worth of goodies available for the participating teams from REVA University. We also have 2 years worth of Taskade premium account for all participants, 300 stickers from Hack Club, .xyz domains for each and every participant here. And again, like I told, lifetime certificates for all the participants here. And also, we also have 1 year free subscription from 1Password.io, 50% discount for handwriting analysis, and on, the list is endless. In short, what I want to say you is, if you're participating in REVA Hack 2021, you definitely did a good job. And you are definitely going to gain much more than just prizes out of this. Also, not just prizes, let me also highlight you about the different track prizes that we have here. This year we have almost 5 different track prizes which are exclusively initiated through us and Defolio. Through the track prizes, not only can participants win the prizes that I have previously mentioned, they can also get a chance and an opportunity to grab the other prizes through the track prizes alone. So what's different in track prizes other than these? Track prizes are specific prizes by companies which are provided to the participants when they use the specific domain or application of theirs. For more information, do check out revahack.com and make sure you grab this opportunity as well. Thank you, Sanjana.
Thank you, Niren, for giving us such valuable insight into the team's operations and a comprehensive overview of the same.
I now request Dr. Ashwin Kumar, sir, to address the gathering on importance of hackathon in academics. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. A very good morning. So we are very much happy to note that the organizing committee and the members of the Hackathon Club are doing their excellent job in conducting this flagship event of our school as well as our university, the REVA Hack 2021. On behalf of the school, I congratulate all the students and faculty who are involved in this event for their great effort and good planning. We are also proud to say that this event has marked with golden letters as the students are able to get a good sponsorship of more than 30 lakhs from various industry partners and also with a buzzing response of more than 2,000 registrations. So we request all the students to continue this. All the best to all the participants, and once again, congratulations to Hackathon Club. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Gopal Pingali, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good morning to everyone, to all the 2,000 participants who are bringing all their energy and creativity and enthusiasm to this REVA Hack. I am really privileged to be invited to inaugurate this event. So I thank Dr. Sanjay Chitnis and the REVA University management for inviting me here, and congratulate all of you for conducting such a wonderful event that really motivates students and to bring out their creativity and excellence. Now, this event reminds me of a trip I made 15 years ago. I travel a lot. I go to many kinds of customer meetings and conferences and many events all over the world. But this trip stands out in my mind. It's very unique. This was in 2006, around this time of the year, that I made this trip from New York to San Antonio, Texas. The first time I was going there, and I had this beautiful experience of downtown San Antonio with all the lights and beautiful things. And I was there to give a inaugural or one of the keynote talks in a very special event. This was the ACM Intercollegiate Programming Contest. It is the international ACM programming competition. So this is the it was already, I think, in its third year at that time. And it has been running since then. The last event happened this, even this year, in last month. So I was there for this international event with more than 1,000 teams, if I remember correctly, participating from all over the world. And the final 70 to 80 teams had come to San Antonio from all over the world. And these are all for college students. And they were all competing for the gold and silver medals and so forth. And if I remember, the prize money was around $15,000 with a gold medal. So just the energy of the place, and seeing these best students from, because they come as teams from universities, and seeing the best teams from all over the world. There were teams from India too at that time. I think there were 2 teams from India. So I was very proud that they had gotten to that stage. So I'm really reminded of that. And one thing I would like to point out, friends, students, is if you go and look at this, you'll learn about this ICPC, Intercollegiate Programming Contest, that ACM has been running for many years. And I was looking it up today as I was coming into this event, and I did a very simple check of all the medalists of all the years from 2004 to 2021. This world final this year was held in Moscow, and I tried to search on India and couldn't find a single instance of India winning a single medal in these 17 years of the contest. So that sets the context, I think, for us. We are the biggest technology population. We are such a big nation, and with so many students, and we have several million engineering students in India, and yet on the international stage, we haven't won this medal even once. So that's the challenge to all of you. I am very proud that you're doing this, but when will I see one of you getting that medal? How soon can we get there? Can you aim for 2022 and get into that competition and aim for a gold medal? That is the challenge to all of you. So, but stepping back as somebody who has worked in the industry for many years and seen how the whole context has changed, truly, it's a software-driven world. We have seen software as a service. We have seen cloud computing. We see even infrastructure, something like infrastructure becoming code. We see site reliability engineering. And one of the biggest things I've been seeing, and now I'm a leader, a global technology leader for hybrid cloud at Accenture. And in my role now, we do a lot of work on on software and run all kinds of internal hackathons as well, because this is the power of the people, so to speak, of programmers, bringing their creativity to tasks is so immense. And we do this for automation, we do this for new ideas, we do it for creativity, we do it to solve very critical client problems at high speed. And in general, this whole this culture of looking at everything as how do you keep systems up? How do you keep the world systems up and running? How do you automate everything that is possible to be automated? And look at any task that is happening and saying, how can we change that into a programming contest, is something that is becoming the dominant culture today in all industries and corporations. So what you're doing is very, very relevant to the industry. You will be most sought after with this kind of attitude and skill. The other thing I want to call out is I really love technology and innovation. And one of the reasons I went for my master's and PhD to the United States, and I was at the AI labs in the University of Michigan back in the 90s, was there were facilities there, the kind of environment facilities, whether it was just computing systems to robots to different access to the expertise in emerging areas like artificial intelligence, just was not matched anywhere else in the world. It was, you had to be in the labs, you had to be part of that environment to get access to that kind of facilities and do that kind of creativity. So I ended up doing applying AI to nanotechnology. I was one of the first people to work on AI for autonomous vehicles. In fact, in 1993, a team of us from the AI labs in the University of Michigan put together an unmanned ground vehicle in the first international competition on unmanned ground vehicles. And this was a golf cart. We converted into an autonomous vehicle, and with the SunSpark system sitting in the golf cart and a nice camera there, and going around a track, avoiding hay bales as obstacles, and completing that circuit. So that was the kind of thing we were doing. Now you know where autonomous vehicles, how much they are becoming reality now. But so those kind of things that we did back then needed us to be in those kind of labs and have those kind of facilities. But today, the biggest revolution that has happened, and we've all been part of that, this whole cloud computing revolution that has happened, and the AI revolution that continues to happen, all of us anywhere in the world have access to that kind of facilities. You have all the computing power available to you. You have all the access to the whether it is TensorFlow or AWS or Azure. You have all the facilities available to you, so that your sky is the limit in terms of your creativity. And again, I have experienced this. The other thing this event reminds me of is last few years I've been a regular at science fairs all over the world for high school student science fairs or even middle school student science fairs. I've been in many times in the IRIS National Science Fair, which was held in Pune, in Delhi, and in other places, and even virtually. I've been in the Intel Science and Engineering Fair that is held in Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, etc. And just again, that energy that I've seen in school students, what they're able to bring to the table, and the kind of innovations across the board, and how they're able to create systems, address some of the biggest problems in the world, whether it is in healthcare or environment or in various other areas, has just been astounding. So again, I am convinced that it's not age, it is not country, it is not facilities, no limits right now. You all have access to this, so the sky is the limit, and you're only limited by your own goals, your dreams, your pursuit of excellence, and your belief in yourself. And this belief is very, very important. And to me, necessity is the mother of invention, and faith is what drives your excellence and your ability to solve problems. And you are situated And in India, in a country like India, the access to facilities, the talent, the environment is there, and the world-class facilities are available to you. But there is also a unique advantage you have, because the kind of problems that you face in India, you just don't see in other parts of the world. There are only some places, and of course, big parts of the world that face these problems. But India is really at the middle of that, whether it is poverty or healthcare or food, agriculture, or just pollution, and you can go across this. And the kind of problems you're faced with is so much that all the creativity is needed. So you have a context that other people don't have. And whether it is to meet these problems or do it at a cost point that needs to be relevant to this this economy. And that's why Dr. Sanjay Chitnis and I have been running this cloud computing for emerging markets now for the last 10 years. And seeing how we can really bring the creativity of of the talent here applied to the problems of emerging countries. And there's also, of course, from the emerging countries, you can take it to the rest of the world, from the emerging markets to the rest of the world. So it goes both ways. So two things I will call out there. One is sustainable development goals are the theme of this decade. And no country is positioned to lead in this area like India, both because of the talent we have and because of the problems we are faced with, and living in those problems that Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations are trying to solve for this decade of 2021 to 2030. We have these global goals for 2030. And it is these hackathons, these kind of creativity that will bring that speed and acceleration and mass creativity that will address these problems. And that opportunity that you have is unmatched anywhere in the world. So it is for you to lead. And the other thing is you're just seeing the startup ecosystem and the birth of more and more unicorns in India. So again, that is another fantastic opportunity that you have, that any of you can be the ones who are driving the next big startup out of India that becomes $1 billion+ revenue generator. So you can be the ones creating these kind of unicorns. So with these brief words, I will let the games begin. I would just like to conclude by really congratulating REVA University for conceiving this and already running it for multiple and conceiving and driving something called the REVA Hack. And to you all students, wish you all the best, and may you all win and come out great winners of these prizes that you have there. But don't forget, your goal is nothing short of being best in the world. You should be the best in the world, and see you gold medals at the ACM Intercollegiate Programming Contest. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your wisdom and inspiring us students with your speech.
I would now like to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Dr. M. Dhananjaya, sir, to enlighten us with a few words. Over to you, sir.
Respected chief guest for the program, Dr. Gopal Pingali, Dr. Sanjay Chitnis, Dr. Ashwin Kumar, all the faculty coordinators, student coordinators, and all the participants for this program. Good morning to all of you. At the outset, I congratulate all the organizers for having organized this national level hackathon, which is a requirement in today's world, wherein you can showcase your talent. When I was listening to Dr. Gopal Pingali, I was very much impressed that he has given a lot of insight about what you are supposed to do and what you are supposed to achieve at this juncture. You may not be knowing, the surname itself is very, very renowned name, Pingali. Pingali Venkaya is the designer of Indian flag. He has handed over the flag to Mahatma Gandhi in 1921 in Vijayawada. Maybe I felt that you are also from the same roots. So that is the kind of greatness of
Great privilege, sir. Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
It's a very great privilege, and it is something, a privilege we all share.
yes,
Across.
sir. Many of the youngsters may not be knowing. That is why I felt like sharing what I can say, how Indian flag came into existence. So we are really honored to have you as a chief guest. Definitely we seek your continued guidance for our youngsters in the days to come. With regard to the event, definitely our faculty and student coordinators have done good job, and definitely they will conduct in a befitting manner. Winning and losing is part of life. Definitely the participation itself is a spirit behind that, and I am sure that you will come up with a lot of innovations in this particular competition. I wish the program a grand success. Let me not waste your morning time. Please go ahead with your activities. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for taking time to attend our inauguration ceremony and honoring us with your presence. As we draw towards the end of today's event, I would like to invite Diksha, HRC core from the REVA Hackathon team, to propose the vote of thanks for the day. Diksha, over to you.
As we draw towards the end of the inauguration of REVA Hack 2021, I'm extremely honored to propose the vote of thanks for the day. On behalf of Hackathon Club, I'd like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Gopal Pingali, Managing Director, Global Cloud Platform, Accenture, for accepting our invitation and for encouraging and enlightening our participants. I'd further extend our gratitude to Dr. M. Dhananjaya, Vice Chancellor of REVA University, Dr. Sanjay Chitnis, Dean of CSE and CNIT, Dr. Ashwin Kumar, Deputy Director of CSE, Professor Kiran, Professor Satish, and all our faculty coordinators for guiding us and helping us in organizing this hackathon. Lastly, I would like to thank the entire team of Hackathon Club, without whom organizing this hackathon would not have been possible. Once again, thank you everyone and have a great day. All the best.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold